Important little touch by Eric Dyer. Oh, it comes to Divock Origi! He's won the European
Hello and good evening and salam sejahtera semua yang tengah menonton. Alright, thank you for watching KOPTALK. Alright, we are show for Liverpool fans. But Liverpool fans. Yang benci Liverpool pun kalau nak tengok, tengoklah, okay? Tapi that is at your own risk. Alright, okay, without further ado, I just want to say very quickly, that was a very nice video that starts with Divock Origi, a player that we all love. But without further ado, I just want to say welcome to KOPTALK. Kalau belum lagi follow kita, alright, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on Instagram, we are on Twitter. Okay, so jangan lupa like, follow and share. Please do that and support us. We want to give a shout out very quickly to our Footsie app sponsor. They are sponsoring us for all our shows this season. You're seeing it on the screen right now. Kalau belum lagi download Footsie app ni, if you have not yet download the Footsie app, tolonglah pergi download sekarang. Segala-gala material untuk bola sepak, nak manage you punya team ke, nak dapat apa-apa for local footballing needs, tolong download Footsie app ni. Semua benda boleh guna. Okay, it's a free app. You can really enjoy it. Thank you so much Footsie app. Okay, without further ado, kita masuk terus kepada all our speakers. I nak introduce dulu my co-founder Mr. Puvarasan in the house. Looking like a boss. Okay, looking like he's really up for the match tonight. Important match tonight. How you doing, Puva?
Good, brother. Good.
Doing
Very good.
Huh?
After a fabulous Saturday yesterday, for obvious reasons.
Fabulous Saturday. I tell you okay, we will talk about it. Let's hear from the rest. Okay, let's bring on the other co-founder. First show of the season. Today gonna rain cats and dogs. Whatever he say today, confirm jadi. Mr. Nicholas Chan in the house.
Hey, janganlah raining cats and dogs, whatever I'm going to predict today. Hey guys, welcome. Good to be
thank
back.
you for joining us, Nick. We miss you. Today's
you guys
show,
too.
Keluarga Malaysia. Today's show is Keluarga Malaysia. Muhibah punya show. Alright, the next person we're going to introduce, Mr. Nakia Redman. What's up, Nakia? Thank you for joining us. Apa khabar, Nakia? Semua okay, eh?
What's up, guys? What's up, Gua? What's up, Nicholas? What's up, Cap?
Hey,
Alright.
Nakia, what's up, man?
Okay. Finally kita bawa kita punya social media influencer celebrity of all football review talk show on YouTube, Mr. Selfami in the house.
Hello, boss.
Alright, bosku. Apa khabar semua?
Bagus.
Baik.
Alright. Everton won.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about it lah. Kita kena bersimpati ataupun kita kena recognize lah dua tim yang main semalam tu. So, let's start with Puah. Just describe your feeling yesterday.
Honestly, I didn't expect Everton to get anything from Old Trafford, even though I know that they are managed by a great tactician in Rafa Benitez. Plus, they don't have two main attackers, Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin. Okay, I thought it's going to be the best they could get is a draw by playing a negative football, park the bus. But my goodness, actually Everton played well.
They played well, huh?
Ture, Townsend, and Damara Gray. That trio basically dominated the midfield. All the second ball all the recovery. If you see Townsend, I think Townsend is the man of the match, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We all know what kind of player Rafa Benitez love to sign, love to have in his team. It's not all about flair. It's about work rate. Even though
Yeah.
you're a winger, you're supposed to do all the defensive job. And I think both Townsend and Gray really good in it. And it makes sense why Rafa actually spent 1.8 million on both of them. Just 1.8 million. Everton's transfer window sum is only 1.8 million. And look at what they are doing. Yes, they are our rivals, but we hate Man United more. That's the fact. So I'm definitely pleased with that result, because end of the day we need to do our job today. If we win today, yes,
Yep.
that's a massive thing.
Okay.
United,
Okay.
because
From there,
United
from
so-called
yeah, sorry.
trying to focus,
Yeah,
they are
from
so
Puva,
called.
let's jump. Let's jump, huh? So let's jump to the next person. Shoo! We jump to Mr. Sir Fahmi. Sir Fahmi, apa pandangan semalam? Game semalam tu.
Okay, a lot of laugh lah kan. Actually, Ole out automatically lah jadi kan.
Eh,
Ole
jangan.
out.
Dia kena
Tapi
kekal
for
selama-lamanya.
but for us rivals ni kita nak Ole in lah. But for their fan Ole out. But actually why you say out? But still he has been there for a long time. But you say out. So that one actually for me weird. And actually MU possess 70 something 70%, but still
Betul.
cannot win. And Gray actually he tormented a lot midfielder before, not only Fred Fred, we know Fred very bad, and Gray and Fred, Gray versus Fred. I know this one sounds really ridiculous, because MU cannot control them. Dokore also they cannot actually a lot. And Townsend, if you leave the moment like that to him, so he will punish you. Whether he play against City ke against Liverpool ke, this guy memang dia akan ni lah. But of course lah, in 7 game before, Everton only won one against MU. So
Correct.
actually it's not bogey team, Everton is not bogey team to MU. No, okay. Tapi itulah bila dia orang manage to draw, and actually they snatch a goal very late goal, right? But unfortunately, why that guy pass the ball? That one actually I really wonder kenapa dia pass bola tu. And
Davies.
yes, that guy si Mina actually really offside. The position tapi dia pass actually because of the confidence, I think, because he cannot shoot. But of course they blow their chance to go top. Either Everton or MU won, both of them will go top lah. Okay, Everton won,
I
they
think
go top.
I rasa Sir Fahmi already summed it up. They blow. They sure do blow. And they blow well.
So
From Sir Fahmi, we jump again. Shoo! We jump to Nicholas Chan. What's up, Nicholas
Hey.
Chan? What do you want to say? Nicholas Chan has got good Everton friends. So
I do actually.
yeah. So what was the story in the glory yesterday?
For me, people ask me, who are you going to support? United or Everton? I said, what kind of question is that? Right? I was a Rafa supporter last night. I was neither Everton, I was neither United. I was just there for Rafa. Right? But you can see Rafa, right? Wherever he goes, he got the magic touch. He did magic wonders in Newcastle. Right? Wherever he touches, he's great. Right? And you see, I agree with Puva, Demarai Gray, all these people. You see, we were expecting park the bus nonsense yesterday. They played direct football. They gave United a very good run. I don't know what the hell was Oli thinking, putting Fred in there again. Past few matches, Fred already showed he's a liability. Already, he's still put there. So that's why Ole in is the best part of it, lah. Right? But honestly, there's no conflict yesterday. I was there for Rafa. Right? I expected United to at least give them at least 2 to 3 goals. Old Trafford, you got home advantage, right? The problem is Ole keeps on shooting himself in the foot every time, right? You keep on playing the same setup every time. McTominay, Fred in the middle, right? Then yesterday also the best thing is that Paul Pogba suddenly turned into John Cena. How is that not even a foul? I mean, they blow the whistle. How is that not even warranting a yellow card? Right, and it's not the first time he did. He did it to us also, I believe. Right? I can't remember who was the one
he
he
did.
did to.
He did.
Yeah,
He
he
did.
did to us. Right, he did to Matip, if I'm not wrong. Right.
Yep.
So that's the thing, that's my feel about this. So I was actually happy that Rafa got a win. But again, a draw is perfect because neither United or Everton is top. So
Yep.
it works
Yep.
out just fine for me.
I think Puva said it very well for the team that they
Mm.
had to field and for them to really go there and take a point, and for that team to for the home team to allow a point to be taken against a team that is actually not fielding their first 11, it's memang tak masuk akal lah. Tak masuk akal lah. You dah tahu dia orang field team yang macam tu and you tak capitalize, memang it's only you got yourself to blame. From Nicholas Chan, we jump to Nakia. Nakia, what do you want to say? Pasal game semalam
Okay,
Nakia.
I just want to say lah, Ole is plotting his own downfall lah. That's all I can say. Every time with his selection, questionable selection, because I don't know, maybe last night so overthinking also mainly play the part also, I think. But like Kuba and Nicholas said, I don't know what the hell Fred is still playing at Manchester United. This is a liability from last season, I see. Because it's very Gray semalam bully dia macam tu je, macam tak ada apa. Gray bully dia semalam. Ada bully dengan Gray malam, you can see very obvious. So the draw is, I'm very happy because dua-dua tak ada siapa yang menang. So Liverpool malam ni menang, top of the table balik. So I happy lah untuk draw satu sama tu.
Wah, dia punya confidence.
I pun ada soft spot untuk Benitez lah kan. Ada soft spot, still ada soft spot.
Nakia punya confidence ni saya pun dah takut. Okay, kita tak payah nak jumpa banyak sangat pasal team rival kita ni. Kita kena, kita the saying is, kau punya rumah tu clean ke tak? So tengok pasal rumah sendiri. So let's go into our team and what happened. We start with what happened in midweek. Porto 1, LFC 5. Memang I rasa I don't know lah. Bagi I kan, kalau you travel to another place in Europe, janganlah belasah tim tu. Kepala lah kita orang ni. Tapi macam mana kan, gol masuk pun gol-gol macam tu. Masuk juga, kira it goes. For me, I rasa 3-1 would have been perfect score lah. 3-0 would have been perfect lah. Tapi I rasa dua gol tu yang memang can't do much, it happen. So Curtis Jones main hebat. Okay, so I think we'll go into this. Let's talk, Pova, your thoughts. We're not going to talk too much about this, but your thoughts when you watch the game. And we won it in the end. What are your overall thoughts in terms of what happened?
To be honest, I didn't see this coming. To be very honest, because prior to that game, Porto and Liverpool both are unbeaten still into the season. And Porto in the match day one, they actually got a draw away to Atletico Madrid. And we traveled to Estadio de Dragao to Porto after that disappointing 3-3 draw against Brentford. And our defense, our first choice, back four, back six, back five, back six, everybody were all over the place against Brentford. So I was worried, but I totally forgot that it is Porto. No disrespect, this is FC Porto, a team that we love to play in Europe.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter home or away. Even during Rafa Benitez era, I remember we whacked them 4-1 at home. Remember the group stage?
Yeah.
We still unbeaten against Porto in Europe. We have scored a lot against them. It reminds me of, again, no disrespect, again, reminds me of Norwich in Premier League. Whenever we play them, a win is guaranteed. And number of goals is guaranteed. That's what Porto reminds me. But Porto on paper, that shows that what we have done on that night, we were brilliant. We were that end of the day, I was very disappointed we considered that goal. We could see that back four, like Virgil and Mati were looking to each other in disappointment that they actually considered that goal. Even though they know that the game was already won by Liverpool, But that's the thing. We were superior to them. Position, everything, number of shots, attack, everything. Like even the Porto manager was in disbelief what's happening. Okay, but a very welcome, a much needed victory actually, because the 3-3 draw against Brentford was very disappointing.
Yeah,
We could be approaching City tonight with 3 point lead at the top, not one.
exactly.
So that's what makes life was a bit miserable for me for the past 1 week. I mean, for few days before we meet Porto. Luckily, we won, and we won on. Oh yes, we actually won with James Milner on the team without
Correct.
Tunnel as well, and James Milner was superb.
Yeah,
And
we'll come to Milner, Puva. Let's go to Sir Fahmi. Sir Fahmi, pandangan game Porto itu. I tahu you dah buat review, I tengok review tu memang hebat. I rasa you memang spot on. Tapi tolonglah simplify je, simplify dalam 1 minit, 2 minit. Apa pandangan untuk kita tutup topik Porto 5-1 tu? Apa cerita?
Okey, lawan Porto itu saya boleh agak kita menang lagi. Kita menang macam boleh rasa lah menang besar, more than 3 goal lah rasa. Sebab actually kita memang Porto kalau ikutkan dia tak pernah menang lawan kita dekat Europe, dan Liverpool score 21 gol against them and last 3 game dalam 13 gol. So benda-benda tu yang menunjukkan bahawa Liverpool boleh menang lagi, dan Porto ni kira bogey team lah sebab sebelum ni saya dengar komentator cakap Porto tak akan ship 5 goals dekat Dragao. Tapi yang ni yang fun fact, yang paling kelakarnya, last kali bolos banyak lawan Liverpool lah. Lawan tim lain dia orang tak ship goal lah. Tapi lawan Liverpool memang kena teruk. Jadi macam Conceição pun mesti pelik sebab hari tu Conceição dia dah pasrah tau. Sebab dia tengok tim dia lepaskan gol 1-1. Tapi itulah macam kalau nak cakap Porto dengan Liverpool ni no match, memang tak fair lah sebab dia orang okey je lawan Atletico, dia orang draw sebenarnya, tapi yalah lawan Liverpool ni dia orang memang senang kena. What's wrong dengan taktik Conceição kan? Itu yang saya
Tak. Okay, I ada point dekat sana apa Sir Fahmi cakap tu. I ada satu point nak tanya Sir Fahmi selepas ni. Tapi okay, we just keeping on reaction sekarang ni. Untuk reaction seterusnya tanya Abang Nakia. Abang Nakia, reaction game hari tu.
5-1.
Dalam 1-2 minit je. Apa
5-1 lebih daripada apa yang saya expect lah. Curtis Jones malam tu superb. Saya dengar cerita ada dengar rumours kata yang lawak kan, kata Curtis Jones tu apa sakit perut. Yang joke apa Klopp buat joke kata tak apalah, nanti kita tengok je. And then in the end dia main sakit perut tu, dia jadi man of the match kan. So tu lah, I'm very happy lah, big surprise with the scoreline, tapi I'm happy with the result lah.
Okay, bagus. Memang tu. We'll talk about Curtis Jones. We'll talk about Milner, like what Puva said. We'll talk about what Sir Fahmi said there, because it didn't look like the game was going to be like that, but we kind of felt it, but we will come to that later. Nick, your thoughts in summary of that game?
I was surprised with the scoreline. All right, I at least thought that Porto would give a good fight, especially like what Puva said. Brentford, the 3-3 result was actually quite disappointing. We were all over the place. We just sort of switched off so many times at critical parts of the Brentford game. So I was just very worried that we switch off again. And also there were a lot of reports about Jota was like warning his teammates that, hey, you're playing at the Dragao, right? Better be careful, right? Porto might be different. And like you said also, they gave Atletico a draw. So I was quite worried. But so when I actually saw the match at the time, I was like, wow, right? Curtis was there. Everyone played very well. We switched off for a little bit, right? That one goal, right? And Tamori, I think, right? So I think that was the surprising one. But overall, I was quite pleased with it. We are now top of the table for our group, right? And we go into a strong one. Even if we play against Atletico and AC again, right, away. Yep. We've got a good buffer. We have to build the buffer now, and also it's better that we build ourselves a good buffer so that we don't face any difficult fellas in the next round.
Exactly. I think you summarized it there very well. Okay, let's go into the first focus point here. I want to talk about let's do it in reverse. Let's do it in reverse. Let's talk first in about what Sir Fahmi said. So I think do you guys agree with me? Setuju ke tidak? Kita ni memang ada defensivenya issue because kita tetap akan ada sepanjang musim defensive issue. Okay, because don't talk about season yang kita menang tu, itu gila lah. Kita punya defense tu memang lain macam lah, dah kena rasuk ke apa, I tak tahu. Tapi kalau ikutkan ni, sepanjang musim, cara kita main football, the club strategy for this season, strategy dia this season is going to always expose us defensively. Setuju ke tak? Because we are playing too open football. So any team that come and take us on in open football is game on. Any team, they can be the best team in the world on paper ke apa, Bayern Munich or whatever you call them. If they, as long as they play open football, game on for us, because we know we can really take the game to them. But at the same time, our open football is always going to expose us defensively. In our defensive strategy, it's always going to expose us. Do you guys agree ke tak? Let's start with Sir Fahmi first. Let's hear his expert opinion. Yes, Sir Fahmi.
Defensive problem as long as you concede the goal, benda tu kira kita tak boleh nak tak boleh nak kebal kan. Jadi macam yang si Senah cakap tu, problem dari segi lepaskan gol macam Brentford tu kan, looks like school kids because you concede that goal bila ada je bola tinggi datang, okay, lepas tu jadi kelang kabut dekat apa kita panggil goal keeper area tu kan, jadi senang nak gol. Sebenarnya kalau ikutkan dari segi clean sheet apa semua tu, kita tak boleh nak lawan macam Chelsea buat, okay. So benda tu yang membuatkan maksudnya defensif tu jadi teruk. Dan defense ni sebenarnya dia bukannya defense saja, dia sebenarnya kalau DM tu susah, okay, so dia akan pergi ke defense, dan defense tu buat hal pergi ke keeper. Dan kadang kalau ikutkan daripada season lepas, kita memang ada ni masalah, tapi masalah tu sebenarnya as long as, okay, for me lah kan, as long as you win the game. Macam kalau you score 4, okay, pihak lawan skor 3, kita still menang. Kalau kita buat sepanjang season macam tu, 2-1, 3-2, 4-3, tapi kita menang je, memang kita akan menang Liga. So dari segi defensif tu, for me, kalau you ada pun, you kena cover dengan you scoring. You tak boleh nak biar kena je. You kena cover, because as a team memang susah. Even kita ada Van Dijk kan kembali, macam dia tak pernah injured apa semua kan, tapi still macam kenapa dekat Brentford tu you can concede goal yang macam tu. So sebenarnya masalah defense ni adalah juga, walaupun dah ada defense yang terbaik pun macam tu. Tapi you have to cover dengan scoring.
Betul. Okay, let's go to Puva. Puva, do you think do you agree? No, I think we have our defensive issues are because of our power of open play. Our power of open play, no matter what, will always expose us defensively. We will get caught on guard this season. No matter what happens, we will be letting go goals. Just like what Fahmi said, I totally agree with him. Brentford was a classic example. You let go 3 goals like that, and when we can score 3 goals in front, we can let go 3 goals like that. So because we never stop playing. So look at Joshua here. Thanks for watching, Bang Joshua, our TikTok celebrity. Thank you for watching, Bang. Kita tak main parking bus. We don't do parking bus. But even when we are leading 3-0, we are still going for another 3 goals. That's the way we have. So we are always going to be exposed defensively, and we can see that we are weak. That when that happens, when they take us on, they catch us on the counter or whatever it is, they gain possession, we are weak. We have a problem. Do you agree or disagree, Pua? Please share. You're on mute.
I would say I partially agree. Not gonna fully agree with this, because you see that our team our team in general actually rely heavily on our fullbacks. Okay, when it comes to attacking, both Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold, we needed both of them heavily under Jurgen Klopp era. If you see, for all the attacking moments, we need build up from both fullbacks. So whenever they go up to attack, of course you would see some holes in the at the back, and it's the responsibility of the midfield, whoever plays in the midfield, defensive midfield, the likes of Fabinho, Anderson, to do the job to cover for them. So in that case, yes, we will always have that defensive issue. We if compared with the likes of Man City not relying too much on their full backs actually to build up attacks. That's the only reason. That's the only reason why Man City remains formidable in both attacks and defense. Even this season, I think Man City is the best defense if you consider the goals they actually considered. But then we are discussing right now about our defensive issue because of that Brentford game. Yes, I was too critical about our back four, but I think our midfield never turned up that day. I think our midfield never cover enough because it was evident in the first 15 minutes itself. Trent Alexander-Arnold was suffering. He was suffering, and credit to Brentford, they never really um, said too defensive or just decided to park the bus. They actually decided to take on to us, to take the game to us, and the likes of Tony, I think I would say even Fabinho was poor for his standard that day, and Anderson, whenever he goes out that day, he failed to cover up at the back to help. That's the reason why we could easily see that day Brentford built up all the attacks are so easy, like just one long pass from the back, and straight away it reaches the attacker, whoever nearer than Alexander Arnold. See, we can't change players. We need Alexander Arnold, we need Robertson to play for us, to attack everything, okay? Because our midfield were made to do all those runs, all those recovery. Okay, we don't have a Kevin De Bruyne. We don't have Bruno Fernandes kind of only where we can expect 20 goals from a midfielder. We don't have that kind of midfield at all. So we need that fullbacks to do all the job. So whenever the fullbacks goes out, of course, there will be a vulnerability at the back. It's a responsibility of the likes of Thiago, the likes of Anderson, Fabinho to cover up the centre back partnership at the back. So, if you ask me, I would agree partially that yes, we have issues, but trust me, we're not gonna play all attack. Like even though if we play like we are leading a 2-0, we're not gonna play three, go for a third goal or go for a fourth goal. If we play against the likes of Man City, like today we're playing Man City, trust me, we will allow Man City to have more possession. They will dominate the ball for sure because they are capable of doing it. Okay, Klopp's instruction will be very clear. The
I'm
instruction will be very
I'm
clear.
I'm interested to see whether Puva is right today. I'm very interested because I'm very curious.
See, the
It boils
dominance
down
from
to
us, the dominance from us could be for the first 10 to 15 minutes.
yep.
Try to put them under pressure, try to get an early goal. And the moment we get the early goal, we know that Man City would go all out
Go
to,
haywire. Yeah.
and then we go and attack them in the counter.
Okay.
That's the game plan of it. There's no rocket science on this.
Okay.
Tell
Okay.
me one game that we actually dominated Man City in terms of possession ever since Pep Guardiola took over. We never dominated them in terms of position, even though
No,
we had couple of wins. The 4-3 win at Anfield, Man City dominated the game in
they
terms of
dominated the
possession,
game. They
and
they
they
had I
almost scored
think
the fourth goal.
59%, 58%, 59%.
The
I think.
season, the season we won the league,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
beat
yeah,
Man City at home 3-1. But
yeah.
in terms of ball position and in terms of attack, Man City
It
had
was
more.
it was quite yeah. It was very
So
close. It
whenever
wasn't really dominated lah. Yeah.
So the thing is, whenever we play against superior team, of course our approach would change. We will try to to be more a bit defensive, a bit more stable at the back. But whenever you play against Brentford, no disrespect, but that's the issue now. We played Brentford last week. We know that with a win, we could go 3 points on top, and we go all out, okay, and then got punished.
Got
We
punished.
were all
Yeah.
over the place. So I would partially agree with you,
Okay.
but this is how it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. This team is
Yeah,
how it's going to
that's
be.
what I'm saying. This season is going to be like that. It is going to
This
be like
season is
that.
going to
Yeah.
be like this
But
unless
I think the test will be, Puva, I think like what you say, that I can agree with you that our test will always be against a formidable opponent on paper. Like
Yep,
City tonight, we will really see.
yep.
Okay, we will really see how our team fares lah. It's going to be very very interesting. Let's go to the next point for today. Okay, let's not talk about, let's not be negative. Talk about weaknesses. Let's really talk about some positive that happened in the game. Let's go to Nakia.
Ya,
Cukup kagum tak dengan performance Milner hari tu?
tak tahu
Ke
lah
you
Milner
rasa
ni dia
alah
minum
Milner
jamu,
ni
tak tahu nak cakap. Milner ni saya tak tahu nak cakap apa. Dia minum jamu apa tak tahu. Nak minta dia beli DM, minta dia beli jamu apa dia cakap UK tu. Tapi okay, he's doing good so far as a covering right back, but not so surprisingly because dia pernah cover Moreno sebelum Robo join Liverpool kan. Dia main at the left back, so it's not that surprisingly lah. Itulah cakap, maybe dia sekarang dia tak tahu lah, aku tak pasti sekarang dia extend atau tidak kontrak dia, tapi he offer something lah, he offer experience and stability lah. Cuma kadang-kadang dia datang hari macam tak tahu dia over committed. Cuma kadang-kadang Milner ni over committed kalau kadang buat tackling. Itu yang kita kena awasi lah, kita kena concern sikit lah. Dan Klopp maybe ada cara dia lah kan. Itu lah saya boleh cakap pasal James Milner ni, Mr. Remina kita.
Okay, let's go to somebody yang boleh kata agak senior kat sini, Nicholas Chan. Nicholas Chan,
make me sound so old lah.
you have watched Milner like a lot of us from his Leeds United days, and you've seen him evolve everywhere, and the man is like some sort of a Dorian Gray for me. Like I don't know how he looks the same as he looked 10 years ago. He plays the same as he played 10 years ago. What do you think about Milner's contributions? I think he's played a couple of games this season, just a couple of games. He's appeared and started. It looks like the rotating factor is something very crucial for him.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about Milner?
You have to remember that Milner came in free. Brendan Rodgers brought him in, right? And he's been there. He's been the main utility. He's Swiss Army knife, man. He's played left back, right back. He's came in at the defensive midfield. He's come in at right back before. He's done everything. He's come back at centre back before. I remember that he played centre back before at one time.
Don't tell me you want him to also become a keeper, because that's pushing it too far.
If we really run out of something, who knows, man? I mean, if you see all the videos, he regularly beats the younger guys in fitness, right? The beep test, every single thing. And the thing, number one, you look at his lifestyle, right? He is no controversial. He's a teetotaler, means that he don't drink anything at all. He has no party lifestyle. He apparently he says that he likes a good biscuit and tea before he go to bed. Right? He goes to bed early. He's very professional. You saw the way he just smacked Tsimikas around for a couple of mistakes he made during the Norwich game also, when Tsimikas switched off a little bit for a while, right? So you see, he's there. That's why he's vice captain, right? That's why he's there, right? That's why he's there. He backs up Henderson. He needs to be. And remember, he's still free. He came in for free, and he's been there ever since, right? And I think he likes that. He's going to be there for a long time. He has no qualms. He's not a superstar kind of guy. He's not a CR7.
He's going to be there for a long time. Okay.
I said he's going to be there. I mean, I think Salah will be long gone, and the Milner is still playing there, right? I mean, so
Who knows? Later on, just Milner jadi backroom staff Klopp kan?
I'm surprised if he's behind. Yeah. You see, like City also, he did the same thing, right? Utility man, senior man in the team, right? Get a couple, help the young guys settle down a bit. You notice that he's nurtured Curtis Jones, right? Yeah, he's the Ribena guy, right? I see Kishan there, right? And you see, we need people like this, right? Because we've always played young people, right? So that's very important. We need the senior guys, and we need people like Milner to share the ethos of what Liverpool. The COP Liverpool, we like hard playing players, right? Hard tackling, run back and defend like your life. Remember how many goal clearances? 2 major goal clearances by Milner. Right? He's bailed us out so many times. Right? It's not
Actually,
funny.
the year we became champions, I can't remember which team that line clearance was crucial because I think we only won that game 1-0.
Yeah.
Bournemouth,
Well,
yeah. So
Bournemouth, yeah.
I think we
That-
won it by 1 goal or something, and the
and it
clearance
was
was
not
crucial.
even like the on the ground kind of clearance, it was in the
No.
air clearance, right? It was a
Yeah, yeah,
bicycle kick clearance, So
yeah.
I mean I'm 43. At 35 years old, I wish at 35 I had that type of stamina, and to have to defy that age at 35 years old, most people are thinking about retiring already, playing less games. You can see he's doing very well. I agree that today with Dave, I think probably he'll be a right back today, right? But again, all right, he, to link back to the original point just now, we need people like Milner, especially when we have the rotation option, right? When we are having problems with Trent, we're having problems with one. Now at least we got Simicas carrying Robo side already, right? But the only problem is no one's carrying Trent side, right? Nico Williams hasn't really stepped up also, right? He's still young. We give him the time, but we need people like him to step up when Milner. So that's my. I hope Milner stays. I like him a lot. I like his energy. I like his that old man feel to the team. We need people like this lah. We got the flashy fellas here and there like Ox, right? But we need the stable family man like Milner to be there.
Family man.
Okay.
Okay.
What game I don't know
Yeah.
apa yang Mina bagi one go slap dekat Simika tu. Ada one go slap
You saw he woke up immediately, and the next match you saw Simicas play like a maniac.
Yep. Correct.
Okay.
You need someone to give once in a while. You need a senior
Yeah,
guy to
you
just
need
tap
that.
the guy on the head and like.
The junior. I mean, I think he knows what Simicas can produce, so you shouldn't switch off and dilute your potential on field. Okay, guys, let's just go to the comment section for a bit. A lot of comments. Thank you, everyone. Keep the comments running and rolling. Taswid Nordin, tak menang besar pun komplain. Menang besar pun komplain ke? Yalah bro, menang besar you complain lah, so you menang lagi besar.
So kita tak rest on our lah kan. We step up the performance, yes.
Exactly. Porto is the Norwich in Europe. Porto is the Perak kat Malaysia. Weh, jangan brutal tu. Brutal sangat. Okay, Vinod, Abang Puva banyak handsome. Bila Abang Puva tidak handsome? Bila dia tidak handsome, silalah komen. Kalau tak, simpan. Sarah LFC, YNWA, yeah, you never walk alone. Oh, Vinod dia komen, kamu aja keluar. One that tweaks and get the team play collectively. Your match winner of collective strength will be more greater than individual for a season in total. Yes, I agree. Thank you, Vinod, for coming on the show after what happened yesterday. Two things happened to Vinod yesterday, but we'll only talk about the one thing which everybody knows about. So thank you so much for coming here. Nicholas Retro Carlsberg, nice jersey, Nick. He just said he's 43 years old. What do you expect him to wear then? Of course, he's gonna wear all these old school ones. Dave B, howdy boys.
Dave B.
Yeah, Dave, boss.
You must be
Howdy,
tired
boss.
lah, Dave.
Milner starts tonight on right back.
But,
Wow. We'll talk about the 11 later. We're going to get Puva to name the 11 later. Let's make Vivekan Manikam, thank you for watching. Let's make Anfield Fortress again with awesome fans. Yes. Today when I was in the shower this morning, leaving early, I had an early morning shower. I had to go out today. I was showering. I was thinking about the game. I was thinking we need Anfield to really be moving mountains today. The Anfield atmosphere must really feel like you're moving a mountain. Today of all days is very, very crucial. Kita perlukan Anfield bukan saja meriah, tapi dia kena mengancam. Okay, dia kena nampak garang. Okay, the atmosphere kena garang hari ni. So hopefully that is what we get tonight. We had a gathering of Puva for that game just before MCO. Yeah, okay. Me and Puva meeting for game has got a long up and down history. Let's not get into it. Brian from Singapore, thank you for watching. Brian, you wish you had Milner's fitness at 35. Damn, son. I wish I have his fitness for the rest of my life. Boniface Labang, Connor Bradley is coming. All right. Bring it on. Okay. Let's go into the next topic here. We went from Milner. Let's talk about the guy that we cannot avoid talking about what happened in midweek. All right. The man that had a tummy illness that day, but he actually turned up to really, I don't know whether that was he was rushing, playing like he's rushing to go to the toilet. I do not know. Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones was just remarkable at a level that I cannot comprehend that day. Like everything he touched was just amazing. His body language, I don't know, like how he wins the ball, the confidence he has to take on players with the ball, unthinkable. Sir Fahmi, pandangan pasal Curtis Jones hari tu?
Curtis Jones sebelum ni dia dah main. Okay, sebelum yang dia ganti apa sekarang ni, apa Elliot apa semua tu kan. Injured ramai ni. And before dia dah main dah. And then I can see the potential. Actually dia dah score gol yang jauh. Sebenarnya bukannya sekarang. Sebelum ni pun dia dah score gol-gol jauh apa semua Mungkin tak adalah konsisten macam Abang Lun Jerat kan gol-gol jauh tu. Cumanya dia boleh fill in the position macam yang dia main sekarang. Dia memang macam dia dah dapat satu rasukan hantu apa Elliot rasanya. Dia macam dia everyone at Liverpool ni sebenarnya try to impress Klopp lah. Kalau saya play for Liverpool, saya ni player Malaysia yang bermain dekat Liverpool kan. Of course, I try to impress Klopp and try as far as I can. So Jones buat macam tu lah sekarang. Dia memang experience dia main dengan player-player budak-budak, okay? Dan dia pun dapat call up under 23 ke? Okay. So memang Jones sebelum ni dia dah tunjuk. Cumanya maybe kematangan tu yang membuatkan sebelum ni dia tak matang sangat. Okay, before. So now dia dah matang, dia dah main lagi okay, macam Elliot sebelum ni pun masa Liverpool beli tu kan. Dia memang dia dah okay dah. Okay, cumanya mungkin Klopp bagi chance in term of progress, development. Sebab sekarang ni nak apa kita panggil sini-sini ada, budak-budak pun ada, okay. So perform macam mana budak-budak pun nak tembus masuk ke midfield yang ramai star ni susah, okay sebenarnya. Tapi kalau you dah go beyond expectation daripada Klopp, you can play straight. Starting 11 tu should be okay lah, tak ada masalah. Dan dia kalau kita tengok dia main tu macam okay, dia boleh score goal. Dia sebenarnya player bola ni satu je, dapat confident je. So dapat confident memang cantik main. Macam persalahan, kenapa dia asyik kacau defend, dia boleh bawa bola sebab dia tu confident lah. Kalau kita main bola, kita jenis yang takut, kita tak akan dapat main bola. Kita takut, pegang bola pun takut. Sebab apa? Sebab kita akan fikir player datang tackle, player datang kejar. Kita akan fikir macam tu. Tapi kalau player muda, budak-budak, dia boleh berfikiran matang macam Jones buat tu, tak mustahil lah dia boleh jadi next superstar. Sebab player Liverpool pun ramai dah 30 dah. Kan? Van Dijk apa si Hendo dah dekat 30. Kalau tak 30 pun dah dekat 30, which is kalau buah tu dia dah masuk random dah. So we need player-player budak ni lah. Jones, Elliot, kita perlu budak-budak ni. Kesimikas pun still young kan?
Yang.
Okay lah. So that's why dia kena invest sekarang supaya Klopp akan guna dia lagi dan lagi sampai 10 tahun lagi ke Klopp pakai dia. Macam tu lah.
Okay. Let's go to Puva. Puva got a comment here. I think there's a lot of comments buzzing. We know dia Gary McAllister to Gerrard to Jones. Then let's I think Vinod is saying Jones is a hybrid of Coutinho and Gerrard. But one good comment here. Very good comment. Is Klopp trying to mirror Elliot tactics with Jones? Is he like, has he like decided that's it? Whatever plans I had for Elliot, Jones, you got to carry it forward. And I don't know what you do it. Don't come out the field until you deliver what I asked you to deliver. What are your thoughts on Jones and this comment in particular, Poa?
I totally agree. I think that's the plan Jurgen Klopp actually had on Curtis Jones earlier, like last season and everything, where Curtis Jones actually put on some really good performances early season, and then something happened, his form dropped, and then he got injured, and then he totally disappeared, and even Jurgen Klopp never played him so many matches, if I remember well. And then Elliot came with a very good spell at Blackburn and ready to go, and then Elliot transformed it on the pitch. So now, unfortunately, Sadly, for what happened to Elliot, long-term injury. Now Jones back to the scene, and Jurgen Klopp, of course, expect the same, or if not the same, something better from Jones to do the same. But the thing I'm not really surprised with this because Curtis Jones actually showed that glimpse of him for what he's doing right now. Actually, last season itself, if I remember well, the games against Tottenham Hotspur where we won, last minute winner by Roberto Firmino, the header from the corner. That game, Curtis Jones actually bossed in midfield. Not many remember it, but that's the fact. So many matches actually, Curtis Jones actually were having a very good run. But then something happened, his form dropped, and then the injury and everything, and now he's back. And yes, against Porto, deservedly man of the match, no doubt, no doubt. I think officially, I think they gave 2 assists to him, but actually, technically, it was 4 assists. That's the fact. Um, uh, yeah, but in general, actually, I'm very happy with what our all of our midfielders actually doing this season. The likes of Anderson, Thiago, Jones, Fabinho, everybody actually have a goal.
Except the Brentford game.
Oh, I forget it, but still, Jones scored.
Yep.
Jones scored. If you see
Yep.
Thiago have an assist this season, Anderson have a goal and assist as well. Keita has scored as well. Fabinho has scored as well. So we could see the contribution from our midfield, which always been missing for the past few seasons. We rely heavily on our fullbacks and our front three. So this is what we need actually. So it's good to see Curtis Jones actually stepping up at the right time because it's sad what actually happened to Elliot because I'm very sure he's out for minimum 4 months probably.
Okay. I just want to look at Brian's comment here. I think Elliot. I think what has made Curtis better confidence. Imagine sitting on the bench while watching Elliot start 3 games. He would have thought that, God damn it, I should be there, right? So what's giving? What's giving? And then now, the unfortunate circumstance of the injury, I really think that I agree. I think Brian, very very good comment here. Thank you so much for this comment. Absolutely amazing. A lot. I think as far as Liverpool fans go, I think we're always going to be Liverpool fans the rest of our lives until we have grandkids, and we are just going to be Liverpool fans. So to see the likes of Curtis Jones, we know that the team's going to look different in a couple of years, in a couple of seasons. But we know that we've got players that we can hang on, and I think that's really important as we move into season after season after season. Senior players are either going to leave or they're either going to retire. We always thinking what's next, right? What's next? For all kinds of reasons, we're thinking like some of us want to go one day. We want to go to Anfield one day and watch. Who we going to watch lah? The players in the prime time of Liverpool, are we going to still see them there? So we do want to see this kind of process and systems keep happening and delivering a lot of quality. Okay, we're already at 48 minutes into the show. We don't want to waste too much time. We're going to go into it. We're going to get into the big one. Liverpool, Manchester City. Let's talk to Nicholas Chan here first. Nick, your thoughts on the game?
My thoughts.
You specifically said you're coming for today's show, so I'm guessing it has something to do with today's game.
Notwithstanding, I always prefer the Liverpool United, that animosity we used to have and everything. But unfortunately, I'm not. Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't really know or care. Is that it's now City and Liverpool. Everyone talks about City and Liverpool every time. So for tonight, we are playing at home. My thoughts is that exactly what we talked about. Right, it's going to be a tale of two defenses. Right, if I'm not wrong, right, City has many. I mean, has kept a clean sheet for the past few matches. Right, and I think they're going to they might finally manage to solve a lot of their defensive issues, and I think it's going to be a tale of two defenses. Right, and it's going to be. I agree with Puva on one point. Right, either one is going to try to pick up one goal and force the other guy to come forward. Right. And there are a lot of new guys. Diaz, I mean, not new guys. I mean, revelations will be this season. Will be Diaz. He's been playing quite well, right? And then we have to see how we line up today at the back, right? Matip, Van Dijk, or are we going to try something new? I don't know, right? But overall wise, I personally feel that it will be quite interesting. It's going to be title defining, I feel, right? If City can come off with a point, or even, I hope not, right, a win, right, you really shake up the table a lot, right? If we come off with it, it will be title credentials. People will start looking at us again, right? Then you can see maybe the bookies number will start moving a little bit more, right? But again, I think it's a tale of two defenses, right? It's either someone's going to drop the ball tonight, either someone on the other side or on our side. That's my thoughts on that.
We'll
Your
see,
main
we'll
level-
see, we'll see. Let's go to Nakia. Nakia, kita ada satu statistik yang penting masuk game malam ni. We are the only unbeaten team in the Premier League today. And Nicholas Chan shows up on today's show. Something happening somewhere today. So Nakia, pandangan Nakia hari ni pasal game. Sebelum kita bagi prediction ke apa, we leave prediction untuk selepas ni. Tapi pandangan hari ni dan harapan untuk game ni.
Okay, first and foremost, game ni akan jadi very open because you know how Pep suka approach dia punya game, kan? Apa open game, dia jarang main defensif. So I hope, adakah Klopp akan guna approach yang sebelum ni, iaitu menekan defensive midfielder yang selalunya menjadi source atau outlet sebelum Manchester City nak start cycle untuk attack. So sama ada kalau kata Firmino, let's say Firmino ataupun Jota ditugaskan ataupun dia tambahi seorang midfielder ditugaskan untuk press defensive midfielder, sama ada Rodri atau Fernandinho sebelum dia orang start cycle bola, dapat bola kat Kevin De Bruyne ataupun dia orang progress untuk attack final attack Liverpool, we see. So satu lagi saya nak tengoklah siapa yang terikut game plan siapa. Kalau kata Liverpool lah set game plan je ni, Manchester City ikut pace Liverpool, dan Liverpool ada chance untuk menang. And so on lah, otherwise lah base besar.
Okay. Let's go to Sir Fahmi. Sir Fahmi, I'm sure he's been reviewing the game right, left, center. So let's hear from his expert reviews here, which are really a fan favorite of Liverpool fans in Malaysia, or the Malaysian community of Liverpool fans, a lot of followers. Let's hear what he has to say and maybe what kind of feel he's getting from his side of the fan base. So Fahmi, silakan.
Okay. Man City Liverpool rasa malam ni sambung lagi unbeaten run. Akan sambung lagi lah sama ada draw ataupun menang. Sebab City tak pernah beat kita kalau ada fan. Tak ada fan dia orang menang. Okay. Sebab sebelum ni masa ada fan dia orang last menang 2003 ke apa. Kan. So
itu sebab biasanya dekat stadium dia orang tak ada fan lah. So dia orang lebih biasa main kalau tak ada suasana meriah.
Sebab dia orang biasa main dekat Etihad kan. So kalau Anfield tu empty juga dia orang boleh menang. And saya nak share sikit lah member saya from UK dia ada cerita lah, kalau nak beli tiket Liverpool MU mesti susah nak ni dapat lah. Nak senang dapat beli dekat City mesti dapat tiket. Sama ada lawan Real Madrid ke apa ke mesti senang dapat. Kalau Liverpool dengan MU memang susah. Tu saja nak share lah Tapi untuk game ni of course lah dua ni adalah top 2 lah. Okay, possession yang paling banyak. Okay, sebab kalau ikutkan City 62 rasanya, Liverpool 61 macam tu lah. Tapi City number 1, Liverpool number 2. So dua-dua ni main possess. Sebenarnya kalau game yang ketat macam ni, kita nak elak mistake tu je Kalau City mistake, City bagi free kick daripada panggul ke, ataupun Liverpool bagi free kick daripada panggul ke yang boleh membuatkan diorang convert. Dan boleh jadi set piece goal adalah the only goal yang berlaku dalam game ni. Dan Liverpool season ni dekat set piece memang cantik. Sebab corner memang Liverpool season ni memang menjadi. Cumanya yalah, kadang kita nak harap dekat set piece, okay, orang golkan kita dekat set piece ke apa, boleh tak jadi macam tu Tapi itulah, harapnya game sama-sama open. So memang macam Puva cakap, kemungkinan kita akan biar City pegang bola. Dan in fact lawan City memang susah nak maintainkan possession sebenarnya. So Liverpool kali ni bila lawan tim yang sama-sama open ni, tim yang sama-sama serang, Liverpool jadi lagi ganas, dan City dia boleh expect lawan Liverpool ni memang attacking. So dia dah jadi macam kita kena beware. Cumanya sekarang ni walaupun Liverpool tak ada player, Trent Arnold tak ada apa semua, tapi you still have to ni lah, takut pada Liverpool lah. Okay. So Pep jangan overthinking sangat, sebab kadang-kadang false nine dia Grealish, kadang-kadang Grealish jadi false nine. Padahal ada Torres, ada Hazard semua kan, tapi pelik kat Pep ni. Jadi dengan taktik yang pelik ni, takut Klopp pun jadi macam Mamat ni dia buat apa okay. So tapi itulah, kalau dua ni dia jumpa, kalau ikutkan lately Liverpool banyak juga kalah sebenarnya kalau jumpa dengan City agak kerap lah kalah Tapi harapnya dengan ada fan yang electrify Anfield, harapnya Liverpool boleh menang. Tapi rasanya unbeaten run still continue lah rasanya.
Haraplah, kita harap sama, harapan sama. Okay, let's go to Puva. Puva, there's a little comment here from Brian. Two comments actually. If you watch City PSG, 70th minute, they were running on fumes. They are really pushing their top players, and Pep has got no choice lah, because he's got to make statement. Those are games like what I think Nicholas said. These are statement making games. So you really show your intention of the tournament in these kind of games. So he did it. City didn't work. Against PSG didn't work. He's probably going to do the same today. Brian also goes on to say KDB, Foden have been the thorns for Liverpool, but they're still regaining their fitness. Gundogan, another thorn, is out injured. City would be Fernandinho starting and getting sent off because they can't get. But beyond that, Puva, your thoughts on the game, and maybe if you could share us your predicted lineup, before we go into score predictions. Puva, please.
As we all know, this is a massive game, man. Massive game. And as Nick said, touchwood, if let's say City won this, that's a total, I mean, massive change over in the title race, in my opinion, because to go to Stamford Bridge last week to win, to completely dominated Chelsea, who are European champions, who are also favorites this season to win the league, and then if they repeat the same at Anfield today, then it's a statement. It's a statement to everyone in the league. And if this is a battle of the best attack in the league against the best defense, City only conceded one goal so far, which is which is where they conceded against Spurs in the first game. That Wung Min Son's goal. That's the only goal they conceded in the league so far. So shows that defensively they are, on paper, they are obviously better and more formidable. And I agree with Brian with his points. And I also managed to catch up that PSG game. City were not that bad, obviously, because I know end of the day it was 2-0 defeat for them, but they had their moments. They had chances to score, and Donnarumma was superb. And PSG, the one thing I saw that day, the likes of Mbappe and Neymar did help the team defensively. Um, Something that we need to do today as well. Salah and Mane has to come down because we know how good is Cancelo this season. Salah had to attack more to make Cancelo busy.
No, and he has to be clinical, right?
That part we can't change. We could go to
Yeah.
the season 10, okay, and then we will talk about Salah again. How we
We're
had
talking the
100
same thing.
chances. How we had 100 chances, he only converted 60 of it. That's how it is. Our attack is all about that. No complaints. But Salah is having one hell of a season. Okay, one hell of a season. But yes, I expect him to really test Cancelo more I mean tonight. That's what he should do, because if he fail to do that, then we are under massive problem. The two good things that I actually feel that we probably go to into this game as a slight favorites. One is Anfield, because as Fami said, spot on. We never lost to them
Yeah.
when the fans were in the stadium since 2003. That's a long way to go. A long way ago. The City were like really struggled to win at Anfield with the fans backing the home team. So that's another that one thing. Another thing is Brian again is spot on with the form of and the fitness level of Foden and KDB. They are not 100% fit actually. The reason why this season we didn't see much of both of them so
Yep, yep,
far.
yep.
So far, um, and another thing
He
is,
might have been keeping them to really push them for this game. You never know.
yeah, but yeah, we shall see about it. But another thing is, City failed to sign Harry Kane or any other number nine, which is make things a bit easier for us
Since
because now
Aguero,
we
yeah.
have to handle with Gabriel Jesus and whoever plays as false nine. Okay, even I saw against Chelsea at one point, the Chelsea City game, Kevin De Bruyne were asked to play as a false nine,
Yeah, false nine. Yeah.
and Jesus were playing in the wing,
Yep.
Grealish at this side. So the one good thing that one thing that I admire about this Pep Guardiola's team, not only the City team, even at Bayern, even at Barcelona, his players are so versatile. They can play anywhere in the attacking position. That's why Messi.
He builds them to like a monster level where they can really
That's why
just
he played
perform anywhere.
Messi number 10, number 9,
Yeah.
number 11.
Yep.
That's what he played. Even Muller, he played Muller in several positions. Foden
Yep.
can play as a false nine at the wing, right wing, left wing. That's something that we lack. But we are going into this game as a slight favorite for me. And
Okay.
Predator
Let's
lineup,
go. Let's go with your 11 here because Vinod has got a cheeky comment for you. Origi seems to step up. Will Klopp use him as Vinod? You're quite funny. I know you're still recovering from yesterday. So take it easy. Let's go to Puva. Let's just humor our Dave B studio here. Uh, Miller starting right back, Robertson on the left. So I think if he doesn't say it here, I'm going to have to guess he's saying VVD and Matip is going to be in the middle. Jones, Fab, Henderson or Keta starts, and of course our typical front three that we are used to. Your thoughts on your 11?
I completely agree. I think Firmino gonna start today in the expenses of Jota. I
Okay.
think we could see what Jurgen Klopp actually trying to do, even against Chelsea. Remember, he actually started Bobby Firmino instead of
Yep.
Jota, and
Yep.
we could see what he actually trying to do. Unfortunately, that didn't work because Firmino got injured and then taken off, and then Jota came in. But tonight, I think Bobby gonna start, and Salah, Mane, of course. In the midfield, I think Anderson and Fabinho for sure they're gonna start, and I think it's between Jones and Keita. But goes with the form, please start Curtis Jones because this is a problem Jurgen Klopp have actually with the players like Curtis Jones.
Correct. Correct.
First,
Correct.
someone like play so well, retain the position and start them again the next game to regain more confidence. We need that flow. So
Yep.
Curtis Jones for me and Keita. I actually expected Keita to have at least 15 minutes against Porto. I thought he's gonna come in like 75th minute like that, but that didn't happen. So he still haven't tasted a minute or two like after that injury. Is that minor injury sustained against Norwich in Carabao Cup?
Yeah.
So
About.
straightforward for me: Curtis Jones, Anderson, and Fabinho in midfield. Milner, Robertson, Matip, VVD, and Allison. I think straightforward because
Clear cut.
we
Clear
lost
cut.
Thiago, we lost Elliot, so that's the
They are
option we
they
have.
are definitely our favorite starting lineup lah this
Yep.
season. Okay, let's go. Let's let Puva have his last words here on score prediction. His favorite part of every show.
I would love to see Liverpool whack this City side, but I think City defensively are solid. To be very honest, I go for 1-0 or 2-1 to Liverpool.
1-0 or 2-1. Okay, let's go to Abang Nakia. Nakia, your score prediction please.
Saya setuju dengan Puva tadi. I also will go with kemenangan Liverpool 1-0 lah for tonight.
1-0 eh. Siapa skor tu?
Yes.
Siapa skor tu?
Scorer ni siapa-siapa boleh tapi salah lah. Pasal saya tak ada captain je biasa kan. Okay lah kan. Tapi
Okay, kita
anyone
beri.
will do lah.
Macam mana pun salah kena skor lah. Mostly mau salah.
Kalau itu bonus lah, kalau salah skor bonus. Tapi kalau siapa-siapa lah, as long kita menang dapat 3 point, I'm happy lah. Because we sitting the pace kan.
I pun rasa macam I setuju dengan Puva. Kalau you nak tunjuk you punya world class of greatness lah. World class. World class is satu season you score 25 30 plus goal with consistent. Okay, itu dah boleh kata. But you want to say you're great. Kalau nak cakap great kan, game macam ni you kena bunuh, you kena masuk, you kena memang tunjukkan
Yes, I agree with that. We have, if we have, if we have the chance to kill City tonight,
memang kena buat.
suddenly we have to kill them early.
Kena buat. Betul.
We have the chance to kill them.
So dia tak, the issue is macam Puva cakap, banyak peluang yang cerah yang diorang tak boleh baca yang akan dapat breakthrough akan sampai dekat kaki Salah. Apa yang akan jadi selepas tu memang misteri. Hey, let's go to Nicholas Chan. Nicholas Chan, your prediction please.
I would go for. Okay, before I give my prediction, I would say I agree with what Abang Nakai said just now. This is a battle of the heart. We need to strike fear, and we need to take it to at least one of the title contenders, right? Show a big show of intent to Chelsea and the rest of the other fellas in the top 6, right? We need to give it to them. We need to pump up as much as we can. I'm predicting a 2-1. Right, they will hit us one back for sure. They won't sit behind one. I will give a 2-1. Right, anything other than that is a bonus.
If this game ends up clean sheet, I think it'll be 0-0. That's the only way clean sheet this game. I think if
I know where Puva's going to go with this already. Puva's going to say something already. I know what this already. It's either they're going to play super safe. They're just gonna play. They're just gonna cancel each other out only. They're just going to play. You see a very equal kind of possession. They're just going to play equal-ish, but I don't think so. Someone's going to go for it tonight.
Nick, that actually happened in season 2018-19, remember? The last minute Mahrez penalty miss. Mahrez last penalty.
Yes, I agree with the Puva. That time, I'm quite surprised with the Pep approach that time. Quite defensively, because they sit back and waiting for Liverpool to attack at that time.
Because the approach, you think about it, they want to, if you want to nullify and try to tamp down the kid now that's in the top 4, right? You nullify each other out, right? You put down the fire a bit, right? So Pep will know that Klopp wants to come for you already, right? Statement win, right? Show it to them, right? Clean sheet, a bonus. But if Pep wants to be a bastard about it, he just play out a draw.
Okay, let's go, sir.
For me, City getting a point would be good for them. I think they'll be very happy with a point and go back because they play Chelsea last week. They play PSG in midweek. They play Liverpool tonight. It's not an easy thing. So if they got a point today, I think Pep won't be complaining much. But for us, it's a must. We must win tonight.
I think Sir Fahmi's prediction is going to amuse Puva. Sir Fahmi, your prediction, please.
Knowing Fahmi, my prediction of Fahmi's prediction lah. Okay, my prediction of Fahmi's prediction. I think he's gonna go. I think he's gonna go 2-0 or 3-0. You see, convincing win one for sure.
Puva, yes, Puva. Kalau saya buat prediction dia akan macam funny things about you predict very confident. So kali ni saya nak Salah score dan Salah dah score 6 gol dah sebenarnya kalau lawan City untuk semua competition. Jadi harapnya Salah score lagi dan saya rasa ada mistake daripada defender terbaik City lah, sama ada Diaz ke Laporte ke, akan ada mistake bagi penalty ke apa ataupun bagi free kick depan gol. Dan saya rasa dari segi menang tu saya tak boleh nak confident sangat. Saya rasa 3-1 lah saya rasa. 3-1.
Itu dah tiga paling besar mah. Itu dia besar skor 9-0 itu.
Puva, you would like it.
Sir Fahmi, kalau prediction game lain-lain, kalau dia bukan game Liverpool, prediction dia memang competitive prediction. Kalau Liverpool punya, dia pandang semua tim tu calang punya tim. Macam mana pun calang punya tim.
But what I admire is confidence lah. That's one thing As a Liverpool fan, confident.
Yeah, confident.
No matter what, Liverpool, I mean, this was a good time because Liverpool fans are actually like this. Right, Apua? All our fans that our seniors and all that, they will tell you this is how Liverpool is. You go into a game, you are going to kill. Doesn't matter which team. One team maybe can come and really try to challenge it. Maybe in the Merseyside derby is Everton and maybe the United. But otherwise, any team is not a match. That's how a lot of the seniors actually go into this kind of game. Some predictions here, Muazril, Chelsea clean sheet. Bosku 2-0 terbaik. Of course, Mr. Tazmin.
Ay,
Of
How
course,
come,
Tazmin.
bro? Tazweed, how come? How come
Tottenham.
you? How dare you? How dare you? Tazweed,
Weh,
how
memang
dare
tak
you?
sabar. Liverpool lawan Spurs nanti kita buat KOPTALK ni mesti best dengan Abang Taswid
Oh,
mesti best.
dia fan Liverpool Spurs dah.
Ya,
Yeah, Tazweed.
memang
Oh, I
ya.
see. Okay.
Memang
Nice to see.
memang.
Nice to meet Spurs
Chel-
fan. Alright.
Chelsea, City and Liverpool top 3. Weh, we not can see the future, bro. You sure about this, bro? You sure?
Are you smoking?
Brian's got a big comment. Actually, 1-0 win would be just as great. 2-0 or 3-0. Clean sheet and 3 points is all that matters. Very, very good. Very, very well said. Confidence. Ali in goal. Virgil. Okay. Robo. I think you pretty much summed up the lineup that everyone's hoping for lah. Okay, hoping
But
for.
he's going for
Upfront
Bobby on
Jota.
the bench. He's
Bobby
going
on
for
the bench
Bobby
and Jota lah. That's the only. My only issue, I think, Brian, we discussed this, and I think Kishan also says it. The problem with Jota, when we play him in the starting lineup with Mane and Salah, he's playing in the middle, which is not very effective for him. I don't know why, but yeah. Half time 2-0, 3-1 full time. Oh, Vinod dengan Sir Fahmi hari ni macam tu lah. Kishan
Gang satu
as
gang.
usual, dia akan letak garam. Kishan ni dia perlukan garam. Hari ni tak cukup garam. Lepas show ni dia akan makan garam sikit. Dia memang macam ni. Okay, guys, we've come to the end of the show. My prediction today, as I told Nakia before, backstage we were talking to Nakia, I really feel today's game, it will actually be, if it's going to be competitively tight, it's going to be 1-0. Otherwise, it's going to be a goals galore. I'm going for a 3-2. Because I still feel we will be hurt at the back. As I mentioned earlier about defensive topic, I really feel that we can definitely penetrate their goal. But likewise, I think we will get caught off guard, and they can also capitalize on those kind of things. So yeah, we've come to the end of the show. It's going to be a good game. I just want to say thank you again for watching. Thank you to our sponsors, the Footsie app, guys. Siapa yang tak download lagi Footsie app ni penting, go and download it. Our proud sponsor, and it's a very, very good app. You need to download it to believe it. Download it, use it, and see what you can do with the app, the Footsie app. Besides that, I just want to say a large thank you. Today is going to be a very, very important game. Korang semua yang ada kerja ke, ada apa-apa isu malam ni ke, I tak boleh terima. I cannot accept it. You drop whatever you're doing, you've got to watch, because not just at Anfield, we've got to make it happen even with all positive vibes around the world. We've got to make sure this happens tonight. Very, very important. And that's it. Sekali tengok Liverpool 5-2 City. Farid Azli 3-1. Ya, Farid Azli okey lah. Ya, apa dia? Nakia.
Okay. To all Liverpool fans out there, Malaysia, tak kira Malaysia ke, mana UK ke, all around the world, we have to raw. Like Anfield raw. Send Shiva to the Manchester City spine lah. Shake them off.
Yeah.
Malam ni kita out because this is the big game for me.
Tak boleh guys. Kalau korang rasa nak tunggu game lawan Everton ke, lawan United ke, that's no longer the game to watch, guys. Come on, that's no longer. Yeah. I'm not saying no disrespect like what Puva says. No disrespect, but every game's important, right? Tak kisah Norwich ke apa pun kita tengok je. Tapi we know the last 3-4 seasons, this is the game. This is the game to watch. This is the one that's going to have the highest viewership, the most anticipated match of entire English football, right? So not just for our teams. So please watch it tonight, okay? And I would just like to say again, thank you all for watching. Kalau belum lagi, like, subscribe, follow our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Please follow us. Please subscribe to us. We will be back next Sunday again with our Bahasa Melayu, fully Bahasa Melayu edition of KOPTALK. Okay, bahasa Melayu bahasa jiwa bangsa. Jangan lupa benda tu. Okay. Bahasa jiwa bangsa. So we will get that show running again next Sunday. I would like to say thank you to Nicholas Chan for appearing today. Very momentous first show for this season. Thank you, Puva Rasan, again. I tell you, the fact that Puva is not a pundit on Astro today is ridiculous because gaming, yeah, we have our differences in opinions, but his analytical views on the game is really really good. I swear to God, if Astro Arena or whatever has a Liverpool show, people like Sir Fahmi Puva really should be there. If they're not there, I don't know why they're watching.
I'm gonna stop the cam now.
Thank you, Abang Nakia. Abang Nakia is
Alright,
very
thank you for having us. Thank you, Nick, Puba,
Hey, take
Captain.
care, Nakia. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
And thank you to Sir Fahmi. Korang yang belum lagi subscribe Sir Fahmi channel, something wrong lah. Dia punya follower dah 25,000 kot kat Malaysia ni. So tolonglah, kalau tak follow lagi, something wrong lah korang ni. So tolong pergi follow Sir Fahmi channel.
Yeah, on the way.
Alright, dia punya dalam seminggu ada 3-4 video pasal bola And
Wah, dia
dalam
kena
3-4
buat
video
channel.
tu, 2-3 tu dah ada Liverpool. 2-3 video about Liverpool. 1 week 5 video, 3 video about Liverpool. So tolonglah, kalau korang tak subscribe lagi, pergi subscribe, follow dia. Okay?
Thank
Thank
you
you so
very
much.
much.
Thank you. Alright.
Take care, guys.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ciao, you'll never walk alone. This is the Cup Talk.
Alright.